everyone, thank you for stopping by to watch my video. Today I'm going to show you how I use this Play to Create It's Your Day layout kit, and I'm showing you real quick the papers that come in it. I will be using this kit completely. I call it Killer Kit, and these are the templates which I have listed in the beginning of this video that I will be using. I do not end up using the house or the hot air balloon. So as you see, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to want them to set up, and I will be selecting my paper. Obviously, you got to make sure you decide on what side of the paper and what direction your images are going to show so that it's in, they're not upside down. So Kiwi Lane is very easy to use. All you need is a pencil, scissors, and in my case, I definitely need an eraser. You don't totally need one, but optional. And you would need, obviously, your scissors. You can definitely use, if I had to pick one scissor, I'd probably use a small to medium shear, only because these large shears that I'm using, it would be really hard to get to cut out the smaller, like the tiny templates and the other shapes. But definitely they do come in handy when you're cutting borders. So all you do basically is trace out your shapes. And in this video, I am using a red Papermate mechanical pencil. It does have an eraser, and they're just light and bright enough for me to see while I'm cutting things out. And I believe you will see me switch scissors pretty soon. It's very hard to cut in between the, I guess you can call those the sun rays with these large shears. That's why I say the smaller shear would probably, if you only could get one, I would definitely get a smaller one. So one thing I want to mention is Kiwi Lane paper is probably one of the best quality papers I have used. They're definitely a heavier weight. They're not really considered a pattern paper weight, which I believe is probably 60 pounds. I'd say this is probably somewhere between the 80 plus pounds. They're nice heavy cardstock. So just to mention, the layout kits usually come with 2 matching double-sided background sheets, 4 double-sided coordinating patterns with titles, and each kit creates a 2-page layout as well as a card with your scraps. I actually make a lot more than what is mentioned in this list. I end up having a 2-page layout as well as 2 cards and 2 larger size tags, which I was very excited to be able to make. Now again, you see me tracing and cutting out the hot air balloon, but I end up not using it. So there's many ways of using Kiwi Lane templates. Some people like just buying the shapes, as in the sun and the clouds and things like that, because you can use them many times on different projects. Others like the borders because they feel that it makes your pages a lot fancier. I personally love it all because, it gives me the opportunity to create things that normally I would not be doing. And, after a while, making straight cuts on paper does get a little, boring in your book. But definitely the Kiwi Lane templates are definitely user-friendly, and you don't have to be a seasoned scrapbooker. You can be a beginner. This would actually be great for a beginner, someone that wants to, start dabbling into the scrapbooking. Maybe they just had a baby, or All right, I just showed you my Distress Inks by Tim Holtz. Normally, a lot of Kiwi Lane instructors like using the tea stain, but I personally really like the hickory smoke, especially when I'm using bright colors like this. I feel like it makes everything stand out more that in that grayish tone as opposed to the brown tones. But again, you could use the Tim Holtz inks, or you don't have to use them. That's definitely um, your preference. I prefer to use them because I feel like it makes everything more dimensional. It doesn't feel like everything's just glued down to a piece of paper. So here I'm looking to see what I'm going to use for my titles, and I'm definitely looking at different templates to see what I can use. And I believe I end up using for this page the fun party on. Well, it says let's have fun party on. That's on your right hand side of the page. But the possibilities are endless. The great thing about the Kiwi Lane templates is, as you can see right through them, so you can position them however you'd need it. And here's where I decide just to straight on cut. Let's have fun, party on. In this picture, you could see myself with my nieces. I was in Florida visiting them. And it was around my brother's birthday, so we were at a mall down in South Florida, in the, I guess you can call it like the courtyard area. And they had these really interesting sculptures and light fixtures. It was very pretty. So here you see me cutting out my sun, and this is an a la carte. So that means it's just that one, and I believe they're $4. I can see me using this sun for plenty of, actually that's not the sun. I am so sorry. That is wildflower, I believe it's called. But you did see me cut the sun out earlier. That one that I just cut out is called Tiny Floral, and I do love my tiny florals. I do use them a lot. And there I'm going to just, I'm going to pop this up to give it a little more dimension using, I like to use the fun foam that you buy for your kids, like in Walmart or Target has them. They usually come like 50 of them, 50 pages for like $4. They do have them with adhesive on one side. These don't have adhesive. I feel like it's a lot more inexpensive to go this route as opposed to pop dots or the foam squares. Plus I can cut them down to whatever size I'd like. And here you'll see me do the same thing again with the sun. And as you can see, I can cut out what I need, what I want, the shape I want, and I just glue them all down. This helps support your piece that you're popping up if you use the foam, to cover up the majority of the space so it doesn't collapse or get any funny like marks in the paper from being in your scrapbook. For adhesive, I am using a Tombow permanent adhesive, what do you call it? Tape runner. So I did just add a foam piece to the back of the first cloud. I am doing the same to the second one, but I'm going to double pop it up because I want it to pop up in front of the other cloud. I really love these fun colors. They're so bright and happy. Um, Now on this part of the paper, I'm trying to figure out what my layout's going to be. Um, and these are the sculptures I was talking about earlier. That top one looks like it's like a alligator in a Wonder Woman suit. And the bottom one was really interesting because it was like an alligator head, but the body was made out of like leaves. So this is the fun part about Kiwi Lane. You can easily, you will see that in a minute, I'm going to notice that I cut my paper kind of in the wrong direction and it made me a little short on some of the papers. So obviously I can't use the hot air balloon the right way because if not, they would be on their side. So instead I'm going to cut this border basically twice. So I'm going to cut the top half of it and then I'm going to move it over and cut the bottom half so that I essentially have two pieces of paper, as you can see there. But you're not even going to tell. You won't be able to tell that's what happened because you just kind of hide it behind your pictures. You see how easily the picture hides the okay, so now you see this sheet of paper has the same pattern but in two different colors. So one half of it is the orange, the pinkish, yellow and blues, and on the other side it's like orange, yellow and green. So I wanted the blues. So now here you see me patching it up again. And as you can tell in that one picture on that one side, there is a big chunk of it that's missing, which again will not be an issue because no one will even know. Only you and I know. So I will be using this orange piece and I will be recutting this shape. And this is Cedar Trails 2A to make like this orange mat that's going to go between those other two patterns that I have down on the blue paper. Kiwi Lane definitely helps, or rather the Kiwi Lane templates definitely help you use a lot of your older stash that you might not see yourself using often. I feel like it has helped me use things that I have in my stash. And I will be, in the next couple of weeks, I will be doing a series, which I'm going to call,
just to confirm you'd like to call at okay.
Sorry about that. My phone is very sensitive. So certain words that I say will make that lady on the iPhone pop up. I don't want to say her name because then she'll pop up again. So I'm planning on doing a series on a scrap buster video because I know I have a lot of scraps. I am probably sure you have a lot of scraps. So how to use up our scraps using our Kiwi Lane templates. That's going to be my next video. I also plan on doing other non-traditional crafting like mixed media as well as other things that you don't traditionally see on Kiwi Lane pages, but you know what? Perhaps you are a mixed media um, artist and you like, you want to try to implement your mixed media into, or you want to implement your Kiwi Lane into your hobby that you already have. You can do that. So many things. I mean, the possibilities are definitely endless. So stay tuned as I get these videos. I know that I'm just starting to make these videos, so they are taking me a little bit of time to edit, and they are definitely not popping out as quick as I'd like them to. But I know once I get my hands, you know, I figure out all these different uh, little buttons on this Filmora, I will be able to make them a lot quicker and upload more frequently with different things for anyone that's interested in Kiwi Lane. Not only Kiwi Lane, but other scrapbooking styles as well. So as you can see, you can no longer tell that I used literally 2 scraps of papers to create each side of my borders from the orange paper. I cut out the sun out of the Wish Big, which is one of the things that I really like, that I can now utilize a lot of these cards that we get in kits and in 12 by 12 papers that have words, and instead of just using them as a tag, you can actually cut them into shapes. So that actually um, just expanded another, you know, bunch of things that you can do with them. So here I'm again inking everything, and I did cut out, just straight cut the Smile Good Times out of that paper. And here I'm just going to set everything up again, and I will be popping these up. Now these pictures were taken in January, so even though we were in South Florida, it was a little chilly. As you can tell, my niece was wearing long sleeves. I mean, I'm from Jersey, so definitely it was a beautiful summer day for me. But for them, they were a little bit cold. So you just saw me use a Xyron adhesive eraser uh, to remove some of the glue that I had gotten on my paper. And they work great. So if you can find them on Blitsy, you can find them on scrapbook.com, Amazon. They are excellent. This one specifically was made by Xyron. So here I'm again popping up my sun, and I'm going to try to pop a couple of the little sun rays behind my clouds. You'll see me do that in a minute. And I will also pop up my little sentiment or tag. So you could definitely use Nouveau drops or paint splatters, or the possibilities are endless as far as embellishing to give your page the finished look that you'd like. So I just realized that probably 20 minutes worth of video is missing, and this is actually the last card that I'm creating with this kit. I do end up making 2 cards and 2 tags, but the footage for the 2 tags and the 1 card I don't know what happened to them, and I've already deleted it off my phone. So I do use, for my card bases, I take a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, cardstock, and I just cut it down the middle on the long side. I'm a little disappointed that you won't see me create the rest of my um, cards and my tags, but I will be showing you everything at the end of the video. Just hang on for a second and you will get to see that. And as you see right there in front of you, those are just the scraps that I have left. There's nothing else left over. I have basically killed this kit. I know it sounds a little dramatic, but um, the only thing that I cut out that I did not end up using is the hot air balloon. And I probably could have just used it on this card, but I don't know, for some reason, maybe the green in it. I don't know why I didn't use it. So I'm just moving over all my scraps so that you can see that how much you can actually create using one of these layout kits. So as you can see, some of these little scraps are just shavings of paper. These are the only pieces that are actually uh, maybe usable for another layout. So this is one card, and I just wrote happy. I can always stamp out birthday, or I can, put another sentiment under the happy. This is one of the tags. It says, yay, it's your day, celebrate. This one says celebrate your day, and I cut out the little cupcake. And then this is the first card, sending birthday hugs and wishes. And here are my two layouts. And here is the second page of the layout. So if you sit back and relax, you'll see close-up of all the of all the pictures of the layouts and cards and tags I created. Make sure you subscribe. There will be a link on the right side of your screen, as well as there will be links to the first video in this playlist. I thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, or if you'd like to make any suggestions, please do so in the comments. I do check them all the time. And leave me a like, thumbs up, and hope to see you again soon. Have a great day.